Okay, what is good? What is good, people? I think we are live, man. Welcome to Life After 40. I am MJ. Welcome. Hope you're having a good one so far. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. First of all, give me the HBO special. Help a brother out. Let me know that you can hear me. Let me know that everything's all right with the internet. We sometimes have internet issues, man. That's why I'm on the StreamYard. Thank you for StreamYard. They ain't sponsoring that. I'm just using StreamYard because it seems to work well. But good to see you people. What's up, Will? What's up, Will? Yeah. Good you can hear me and see me. MJ, hope you had a good week off. Right, we're getting to that. I'm off now for a week from work, which is what I need to recharge the batteries. Yeah, need to reset some and some downtime before going back to work. Oh my gosh, yeah. You need to, man. Listen, the work team will kill you. It will literally. Here we go. Here we go. Got these blimming. The windows open again. I forgot to close it. Hopefully it'll be all right. Hopefully there's no moss or anything coming in. But yeah, you need to recharge, man. Trust me, people. Oh my gosh, work can kill you mentally, physically. It can actually kill you. It's been known to kill people. I think it was in China. They had statistics of how many people die from exhaustion. So yeah. Ivory, what's good, man? You can hear me. Thank you for that. Grave Rave, how's it going, man? John Paul, what is good? How's your week's been so far? My week has been absolutely ridiculously crazy. One of a very difficult week. We'll get into it in a bit. Got the TikTok going on as well, man. Got Ruby in the cup, man. Bend, Year Woods, um, and some other name I can't pronounce. If you do hear music, you might not be hearing music, but if you do hear it, there's some gig, festival, concert going right outside, well, near where I live. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I heard Vibes Cartel, and I was like, what's going on there? So yeah, I think there's something happening. So if you can hear any music, it's because of that. Um, Grave Rave. What was that? Sorry. Keep up the good work with the film trailers. Yeah, thank you. So I have started another channel for a month or so called Fun After 40. The link is in the description of this live. So check it out, man. Fun After 40. So basically I just react. I'm reacting to trailers. There's some good trailers that have come out, man. You got Avengers Doomsday. I reacted to that. The Wolverine game trailers, Gundam, a new Gundam series has come out, Resident Evil trailer, the new Ebenezer trailer. There's other trailers, man. Check it out there. I like that's more of the fun. Here we get serious. We're gonna get serious today as well. We're gonna talk about people you can't trust. There's a lot of people out there. From your Andrew Tates, obviously he's in the main talking point everywhere. A lady called MJ Gray. I want to get into her. I want to get into Young Philly. I want to get into our PM, Andy Burnham. I want to get to Russell Brand, the con artist. I want to get into Catherine Kirk. Someone that my wife actually put me on her, actually, told me all about her. So that's an interesting thing. Jay Shetty. I want to talk about all these crooks, heathens, grifters, con artists. We need to put need to shine a light on some of them, how they're doing that, but we'll get into that soon. But anyway, yeah, my other channel, check it out, man. Coventry, what is good? Coventry, Kieran. I all a very overworked week here. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It was a very, very, very tough week. Literally, I feel it right now, but before today, I saw I was suffering from mental exhaustion. Me and my wife, and yeah, we were just exhausted. Daughter's sick again. This nursery can't be played with, man. Like, yeah, it was tough of her. And then training the whole week, going up there, doing physicals, mental tests, physical tests, exams. I'm like, this ain't adding up to the money, man. This healthcare thing ain't adding up to the money. The things you got us doing there, CPR, resuscitation, different oxygen masks, um, learning different kits. Oh my god, the training kept going on and on and on. People always asking questions that stay longer. There's some interesting people there. Let me not go and say, you know, there's bad people. There's some interesting people that everyone seems all right for the most part. There's one guy actually, because a lot of these people worked in mental health. One guy was talking to me about the job he used to do, right? And you know, he said, yeah, he looked after this person who went to an insane asylum. But anyway, you know, he had to collect him. They're talking, and he was talking to him, and he was saying, yeah, basically, I was with my partner. We loved each other, but you know, they had a weird relationship with porn. So I say, oh, I've said it now, that muck up the YouTube algorithms and stuff. But anyway, that the adult entertainment needs to watch it, aggressive stuff, and you think, you know, that probably got involved in the things that I'm going to talk about later. So yeah, they were watching that, but he loved her so much. And one time he saw his wife, and he saw the moon outside, and it glistened on her skin. He thought, she looks brilliant. And they're talking, and the wife said, I want you to eat me. I know you're thinking, ain't that kind of thing we're talking about? Because you're thinking, sexual what? No, physically, she wanted him to eat her. So he's like, yeah, sure. So anyway, they're lying in bed. He bludgeons her. He ends her life. She checks out early from him. Trying to say the things that don't get this channel flagged. He sorts her out, ends her game early, and he proceeds to cut her up and eat her over time, over a couple of weeks, cutting her up, digesting her. And the guy's just telling me the story like it's just another story, you know, another thing that happened, you know, with this crazy nutcase. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, he loved her so much, he wanted her to be part of him. This insane guy. So I'm just wondering, like, bro, like, did you ask him like, how did he do it? Like, I'm fascinated. I'm like, shocked. I'm like, so what is he cooking? Was he doing an air fryer tick? That's even a joke, but you know, what's he doing? Is he putting seasons? Like, how is he doing this? He didn't ask him that question, but anyway, I'm like, wow, like the stories you hear. I'll tell you that some people have some interesting stories. I'm like, what the hell? Some people have to come into this live are probably thinking, what the hell have I joined in on? But yeah, it's crazy some of the things that people have dealt with. But the guy I was talking to, the reason he's on this course, well, he wants to leave this job and join this one, is because he was saying there's actually the stories, the people he's dealing with were destroying his empathy. It was just destroying him. He was becoming colder and callous, and he had stories about Sam says, where do you hear that? The guy I was working with, who I'm training with at this moment in time, his previous job, he worked with an insane person who was found out this is the story of the insane person, why they getting locked away in an insane asylum. But yeah, you deal with some interesting people. But he was saying, yeah, he was getting, you know, hearing stories about kids and babies. You get so much. He said, this world is so cruel. He was telling me, the world is so cruel. These people are so evil. He just started to not feel anything. And he's like, this isn't good. He needs to leave. He's got a family of himself. So I was like, yeah. All right, cool, man. Leave. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, some crazy people out there, man. Some proper, some craziness. John Paul, this world is full of crooks and deceivers. Yes, it is, my friend. We're going to get into some of them too. Velvet Avenue on some madness. What? Yeah, that is the story, man. That is crazy, right? Too much waiting for information on Tate's. Well, you're gonna have to wait a bit, man. You know, we like to, you have to relax. It's like I tell my daughter, man, I'm like, listen, have patience. We will get into that. There's stories to get into. We have to set the scene. We're chilling for a bit, going into comments. You must be new to this, man. Listen, we need to take our time. You know what I'm saying? We will get into Tate. Everyone's talking about Tate. I've got a few videos. Actually, I've got videos. So that's why we're not doing a live stream. I mean, we are doing a live stream. We're not doing calls today. I've got some videos to show, evidence to show of these individual people, which will just, some of the footage I want to show you is crazy. So we will get into that. We'll get into that in the next 5 minutes. Just relax. John Paul, not surprised. We live in a sick world, and there's people in a sick world, and people are into some disgusting stuff. Crazy world. Yeah, it is. It's a crazy world, man. Neil Jones, what's good? What's good, man? What's good? But yeah, it was literally a very hard week, man. I even had to have like a midday nap today. I was exhausted. You know when you're just struggling along, trying to make it through the day. It was literally like that. The whole week has been like that. So this weekend. I feel a lot better now, so hopefully it's a nice ending to the weekend. But then Monday we're back at it again. So yeah, I don't know what you guys are dealing with, but listen, you can take a break. Try and take a break. Nick 1000 says, evening. By the way, I swore I saw you in a silver car in Sheffield the other week. Well, yeah, you probably did see me. It was in Sheffield in a silver car. Wow, you have good eyes. Yeah, we was in Sheffield, man. Nice place, actually. Nice place, Sheffield. Some good people. I like the place. Comedy says Tate's in a wrongs and Tate is a wrong un. He's converted to Islam. Yeah, well, listen, man. I don't know. I know he's got his Trump links, but I don't think they're helping. I don't think Trump's picking up the phone right about now. But like I said, give us a couple more minutes. I'm going to go into a couple more comments and we will start the main topic of this show. And the main topic is the people you can't trust. There's people over the place on socials, all over, and you just can't trust them. But we're going to get into that. And the first one will be Tate. I've got a few people I want to get through. So, yeah. Yep, definitely can't beat the nap. Oh, not from you directly. Information just in general from every source on Tate. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, man, it's Tate centric, man. I think. Oh, you know what? Might as well get into it. We might as well get into it, man. Hold on. Let me see. Wait. See this. Passim says, real recognize real, shared and liked since cared and iked. Okay. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like a bar. All right. So should we start? Oh, let me just read this comment here. I thought it was you. You were at a junction and I could have said hi. Otherwise would have done. Yeah, say hi, man. Listen, we don't run here. Unless you got some nonsense to say, we're all good. Before I start, I actually want to share two things. Before I start, I want to share this. Now, TikTok viewers, you ain't going to see this. So I want to share one thing. So first, let me share this on LinkedIn. I saw this and this is crazy. Right now, I'm sharing a little image on LinkedIn. So people, hopefully you can see that. But this just shows you in regards to work, the market for jobs is on the floor. So if you can see here, you've got a junior creative designer role at Prep. I've blurred out the people's names, but this person's presented it saying, excited to share a new role in the team. If you've got a creative eye for design and a passion for coffee and delicious food, we'd love to hear from you. So the person replies here, replying to that post on LinkedIn, 25K in London for one of the biggest, for the UK's biggest coffee chains, while expecting candidates to be proficient in Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, After Effects, Figma, motion design, animation, and video editing. I had to post that. 25K for a junior creative designer. Well, you need to be good at basically the whole Adobe suite. Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, After Effects, that's animation, that's 2D, 3D even. Figma, that's UX UI. Video editing as well. 25K in London. 25K in London. That is crazy. Let me in. I need to discuss. No, we'll talk about other stuff, man. You're gonna have to listen. Maybe I'll do that one time. So on TikTok wants to discuss. Another time, man. I just actually want to present this information. I don't want people to join in, not in this one. I've got a lot to say. But next time, man. We'll switch to YouTube so I can see your screen. 25 is a joke. Yeah, switch to YouTube if you can. Switch to YouTube, people. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing stuff on the screen. But 25K, that's what they do. That's what the job market is saying right now. That's what I don't even look for design roles. I've stopped. I said this before. I've quit, man. I've retired from design. I don't even look at the roles come. I just delete them. It's stupid now. It's stupid now, man. And a lot of people feel like they're just being targeted and made to suffer for choices they picked out when they were younger to be a graphic designer. I want to use my art. I want to, have a career with my talents, producing, being a visual representation of companies. And you feel that you've got this gift, and you're the first, you're the face of the company. You design everything. So before they see what, they feel the effects of whatever brand that is, whether it be in hospitality, in medicine, in retail, they see your designs. You're the front leader, the front runner. You have that importance to present people, to bring people in. This takes a creative mind to navigate nuances of what the target audience want to see via brand colors, choice of font, all sorts. And now they're charging as little as 25K for you to know everything. Everything. Design, building websites, coding. It's ridiculous, man. It's actually ridiculous. I wanted to present that because I thought that was just disgusting, to be honest with you. Not surprising, very disgusting and sad. Let me present something else to you, which is so on my YouTube channel, if you follow me on YouTube, you see that I did a video recently about the racism in the World Cup. World Cup's over. I thought it was piss poor, to be honest, but I'm glad Spain won. Argentina is something else. The racial prejudice in that country is light years from a lot of places. Even the UK, people can say there's racism here, but I'm sorry. I've lived there all my life. And the things I hear from people, what they say and what I see, you don't see that in other parts. And I have people talking to me, I have people emailing me, say, yeah, they lived there, they've gone there holidays. So the place is very discriminatory for people that don't look like them. Now, remember, I did that video and I posted on social saying about, the racism that Argentina have. Remember the NIGGA burger, the Ninja burger? Remember I talked about that, an actual food they have, a restaurant they have in Argentina, where you can eat your ninja with fries and a Coke. You know what I mean? But anyway, posted that. People said, no, be silly, it's not like that. Then I got sent this from someone, man. This is on TikTok or Instagram. So this guy, if you can't see on TikTok, Victor, Argentinian flag, he sent emojis of a gorilla, a monkey, basketball, the finger up, then another one, because I didn't reply to that, a monkey emoji, few monkeys, and a gorilla. These are the type of people we're dealing with. These are the type of humans we're dealing with. People that will sit at the train and pretend, oh, you're right, do you want a space here? Or, say, hi, morning at work. And they don't like you. There's a lot of people that don't like you. That's why you've really got to focus on your own happiness and don't make these people ruin your lives, whether it be at work or, I don't know, even if you're taking your kid to the park and they act up or whatever, any social area, these people that you're not close to, you got to be very careful and watch your own energy, watch your own spirit. You got people like this that feel this way, and they do this on social media because they won't do this in front of people's face. Yeah, this is sent to me. This is sent to me directly. Mark. It's sent to me directly. But this is what we're dealing with, man. This is what we're dealing with. So, yeah, man. His handle, Satan is life, says a lot. I didn't even clock that, baggers. I didn't even clock that. Yeah, that's what his handle says. But this is what we're dealing with, man. So I just wanted to share that, man, just to show you the things I get. But, Nikita Fema, yeah, it's on YouTube. Sorry, man. But basically, it was just a post that someone sent me. Those are racial images and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyway, John Paul says lots of Nazis went to Argentina. The majority of them derived from Italy and Spain, and these countries have ties to racism. Yeah, you said it. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Just that happens. I get things like this all week, man. Do you know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is, man. I don't really take it. I just want to share with the community. I don't really give a damn. But I want to share. I just let you know the people that you could be dealing with. Mark Cush Anderson says, I noticed this social media era began people seem to be so comfortable making racist remarks, even with videos with nothing to do with race. Yeah. I do know. Operation Paperclip is. That was my. I found that out. That was when I was used to live. That's 2014. I was researching all of that, man. The paperclip and the rat line, and yeah. It's a mad one. Right. Okay. So, yeah, Lozzie, it is. Anyway, it is disgusting. Anyway, let's get to this, man. Let's get to the main topic. Let's get to the main event. Let me just have a little drink, man. You drinking water out here? Oh, lost. So I weighed myself yesterday. So I am 90. Gosh, what am I? You know what? Let me just check. Hold on. I said I would give an update. So what was I yesterday? I try to do it every Friday. So I was 99.6 kg, that's good, man. Because the last time I was 99.8. It ain't that much difference. But hey, man, it's going down. It's going down. It's going down, baby. So yeah, man, it's all good. We keep going down, man. We keep going down. We keep drinking water. We're eating eggs. We're eating chicken. We're getting lean. We're living a more healthier life, man. We're living a more healthier life. Anyway, I'll tell you what, a good thing to do. Walking, man. Walking for me is a game changer. Try to walk 5 days a week, 1 hour, game changer. Anyway. Let's talk about our friend, Andrew Tate. Kind of the reason why I'm doing it kind of sparked me doing this live. Talking about all these corrupt people. And you know what? I put a video up that was last week about Andrew Tate and allegations and the things he did. And I had a lot of people defending him on social media, more than YouTube, because I posted little clips on socials. But I had a lot of people come on socials defending it, saying, listen, it's the Matrix and all that kind of stuff. First of all, one of the arguments was, the Matrix trying to get him. He warned us about this, trying to get him. I'm like, people, when you're involved in a certain activity, it's very easy to tell people that, I think they're coming. I think they're coming to get me. When you know you're involved in that Z activity, that people would come and get you. It's like being a drug dealer, and then you're saying, I think the narcs, I think they're going to arrest me, man, or something like that. I think they're going to... Don't mean you're Nostradamus. It's like Tupac talked about death. He was involved in criminal activity, so he died. It doesn't mean he was Nostradamus. He knew he was going to die. When you're in that area, you kind of know things are going to be coming your way. But this guy is the top G, apparently. Well, it's all coming out. All the disgusting things that he did. All of the way that both of these brothers think. Before I get into it, I want to share this video, man. Let me share a video. I've got a presentation, but let me share the video of him.
She is a Polish. She was.
Hold on. Tell me you can hear that. Let me put it from the start. Here's a few clips.
So I was nice to some girls 10 years ago? Is that my crime? Maybe I did love them, but we're not together anymore. So what? I pretended? Who said I pretended? Prove I pretended to love. And then what did I pretend to love them to achieve?
That teaches basically how I got girls, how I met girls, how I got girls to like me, how I got girls to fall in love with me to work on webcam for me. Because that's what I did. That was my MO, was find girls, make them love me, and make them work for me. And that's how I got rich.
I was all about trying to get paid. Like I used sex as a tool to make women love me so they'd obey me and live in my house to make me money. That's what I wanted. So I was a pimp in that sense. Like I was not trying to have sex with women. I was trying to get women to obey me. And I realized that's easier.
Like taking the virginity of a really beautiful woman. I get to have this experience and no one else gets to have it again. It is a little bit better, but the real pleasure is in the fact that somebody else would love to have this and I get it. That's why this is good.
What's all that virginity? You know what I've noticed a lot from not just like these guys, but a lot of guys in general, this whole, I want to take her virginity. I want to make her hurt and all this kind of stuff. These are the kind of things you hear, I hear this a lot actually when I was in college from certain guys talking about this kind of thing. And I used to be like, but why? Why do you want people to feel pain? That means there's something weird about you. Why are people, think about it, these guys are in their 30s. or maybe they're older. I don't know, but I think they're in their late 30s or middle 30s. And they want to go for these young girls and brag about taking their virginity. Oh, I shouldn't even say that. I mean, he said that word, but I'm thinking about YouTube, or the algorithms and stuff like that. But wanting to, being desperate to take that, and what's wrong with you? Why would you? I always thought that was weird, just in general. When you want someone experienced, like, what is it about, taking that from a girl and then going on to the next one? Because a lot of these guys weren't thinking about, I want to take a virginity and wife her. That's a bit different. But these guys are like, I want to, pop the cherry and then move on to the next. Like, just leave destruction wherever you go. I always thought that was a weird thing. But especially from these guys that, anyway.
That makes sense. I'll give you that. I agree with that.
When you are in the true abundance mindset of you can have the pick of the crop, you can have the world's most attractive women. I mean, one of my main chicks has 200,000 Instagram followers, and I took her virginity when she was 17. It's an abundance mindset. Yeah. I have so many girlfriends, and so many wonderful girlfriends, and so many virgins.
She was a Polish virgin. Man, it hurt her at every moment that I was doing it, but it felt good for me. So who gives a
See? Yeah, it hurt every moment I did it. But yeah, it felt good to me. What kind of creature do you need to be to feel like that? A lot of this stuff comes from I already said the word before, but prawn. I'll say that. Maybe that would do something. Prawn. A lot of this, I've noticed a lot of these guys and this kind of sexual aggressiveness comes from that, where it just, they see these things and they see these extreme activities, and it's getting worse. It's very extreme. And then they have these thoughts in their mind of, I want to, it means that I am a higher man if I give more pain. And why would you want to give someone pain? I never got that. I don't know if I've talked about this, but I would say that when I was like peak dating times, like peak in my 20s, the sad thing I realized, forget, sticking to the women's side, all this kind of stuff. I'm being real here. The sad thing that I realized, a lot of the girls I went with, you can say, maybe it's their fault, whatever. I'm just telling you what happened. A lot of these girls, for the majority of them, had some form of, or have been, great. The majority of them. It started getting scary. You get with these girls and you get with them and they start talking and stuff, and they tell you, this happened, and guy locked me in a van and he wouldn't say, he said, give it to me or else, and locked in the toilet, all these kind of, and you start thinking, what's it with these? Why would that be attractive for a girl to tell you no and you still go forward with it? You still, or you want to induce pain of some sort, mentally, physically. How do you get aroused? I don't know, but it's it's very weird, these people, man. Very weird. Let me go through this comment. Was Tate's dad not CIA? Saw something about it. Could be wrong. I know it's not necessarily relevant to this topic, however, you can see how he got his gift of manipulation if true. Yeah, and so many guys follow him. And listen, now he's going to be extradited to UK, man. Listen, they're not feeling them kind of things, They ain't feeling them kind of things. They even made a documentary about it. What was that documentary? The one was it on Netflix? That 4-parter with the boy, and he started, doing stuff, and he killed that, he executed. Oh, that's even worse. He ended the life of that young girl. And they talked about, the manosphere and all that kind of stuff. Listen, whatever you think, adolescence. Thank you, Mark. Adolescence. Listen, the UK don't rap with that. They've been after my man for years. The thing I want to ask is why not now? Like, why now? Why not before? That's what I don't know. Why not before? It's strange, man. It's very strange. But yeah, man, listen. I know he's got ties to Trump and all them. Well, Trump ain't answering that phone. listen, this guy Trump is just the spokesperson, the main power behind it. They're not on them things. What do they say? America is the body of the beast, and the UK is the face. The UK is the brain of the beast. When they want you gone, you're gone. This guy, you ain't gonna see him again. He's done. He's finished. He's clapped. You ain't gonna see him again. It's over. So, you don't think the UK will get him? I think they will, man. I think they will. I think they've been waiting for this time. You know. Yeah, and listen, with him, I've said it before. And I said it in the video I did previously. A lot of the times with these people, they mix truth with lies. So there's certain things you can talk about in regards to men not as masculine or being shown to be more feminine and engineered that way. And certain things he says, he's got a point. He has got a point. But the problem with it is he mixes a lot of lies, a lot of his own. I didn't like when he talks about how, working in a normal 9-to-5 job, that means you're a brokey. That means you're nothing. Mate, you wouldn't have a lot of what you have. It weren't for people building these cars, cleaning the streets, doing the plumbing, delivering parcels, building work. To you, they're all brokies, but the world wouldn't function. That's why I don't like when these girls are, I want a man I don't need a brokey. I don't need a guy that's nothing. And hip-hop artists saying these guys are be a millionaire and don't be a loser, and work in the normal job and all this kind of thing. These normal jobs that people look down on are the whole reason your society hasn't crumbled yet. They're the whole reason you have a place to live, places to buy, purchase goods, a roof over your head. They're the infrastructure. They're the bricks to the building. So I never really appreciate that about that way of thinking. But I don't want to spend too long on Trump. I got a video about it. I just want to start on him. Everyone's cooking him and sauteing him. That's there. I think there's other people I want to worry about. I want to worry about here. So let me do I've got a little stage and let me add this. So we done him. I want to go on to this girl. Now, some people may be wondering who this girl is. This is a very interesting individual. So this person that I'm showing on the screen on YouTube is a lady called MJ Gray. Now, this is a little different, but it kind of fits right in with what we're talking about here. So this is a girl who brought up her brand through podcast, content, everything, but all of it anti-marriage, independent women persona, calling herself a supermodel billionaire, telling her followers, hundreds and thousands of women, to not get married. Don't get married. Don't have kids. Marriage is basically ownership. He owns you. He controls you. You don't want to do that. She had rules. She had a whole vetting system she'd talk about. And women would follow because they believe she was actually living what she preached. Then what happens? She goes and gets engaged. 9 months into a relationship, completely threw out her own rules. But you had a lot of these women that followed her, that thought, well, she told me not to be with this guy. She told me not to find any man. These men, none of these men are good. They're all going to try and control you. I need to be single. I need to focus on my career. You know how many women are doing this, even in the music scene? I don't cook. I don't clean, all this stuff. I don't need a man. Single, all my single ladies, all these people are like the Pied Piper leading people astray. Let me share a video so you can get a kind of feel for what this girl's doing.
Stop letting content creators come on here and tell you guys not to get married.
So MJ was telling the girlies to not get married, only for her to pop out engaged.
My biggest fear is getting married. Now, maybe that's a risk you want to take. Maybe you were the kind of person who, dreamed about your wedding your entire life. I'm not.
I feel like you shouldn't get married. I really wish women would stop getting married. Marriage is an antiquated idea that I believe oppresses women and unrefutably has a history and an origination in the oppression of women.
Well, actually, it's the little details that cannot be kept track of by definition.
You never want to be anybody's girlfriend, and now you're somebody's wife.
It surprised me too.
I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Yes, I am engaged. Yes, I am the same person who made several videos saying that I never had any plans to get married. I did not want to get married, and I did not agree with the institution of marriage.
See, I never just did things just to do them. Come on, I mean, what am I going to do? I got a little more sense than that.
My biggest fear is getting married. Now, maybe that's a risk you want to take. I'm not.
It just happened. I said I love this ring.
Guys, this woman's net worth is $745,000. Well, she's made that from her community of telling women to be single, telling women to stay single. Don't get married. Don't trust a man. I'm telling you, these people are liars. These people are absolute liars and scumbags and charlatans, and they are controlling the way people think. They're manipulating people's minds. How many of them are telling girls how they should look, how they should dress, how they should sexualize their bodies, how they should be boss? I want to be a boss chick. All of it is a boss girl. All these songs, in it. You notice how none of these songs are like, it's always about they're not about love and all that anymore. I was speaking about this today, funny enough. Let me get this off. Let me get this biatch off. They don't really talk about, I don't hear things about love anymore. I hear about, get me a Birkin bag and I'm a boss bitch, my coochie wet, all these kind of things. I mean, listen to songs, man, back in the day songs, you know, baby, baby, and I adore you, all these kind of stuff. That's what they were singing back in the day, man. They're about love. You know what I mean? You don't really hear that anymore. This is the kind of mindset, that Sex in the, I call it the Sex in the City mindset, where it's like, yeah, be a career woman, innit? Don't worry about the family and all this kind of stuff. Be the career woman. And what happens later on? They find out it's all a lie. They find out it's all a ruse, and being led to, you know, have a big job and all this, and they feel empty inside because their natural instincts weren't followed. So now they're alone, too old to be attracted to a man that they desire. Seeing all their friends in relationships and starting families, and you know, they want to go out to the party, they want to go out to ministry or sound or whatever. Friends are busy. They've got their, you know, they've got their husband and their little kid, and they're going to Butlins, wherever. They ain't got time for you no more. Now you realize, what have I made a mistake? All that time following all these people that told me I need to be a certain way. It's just what they do, man. That's what they do. Yeah, she is. Yeah, maybe fake network of bought likes and followers. Numbers say nothing nowadays. Yeah, maybe that's how they get people on board. True, and if about love, it's heartbreak and breaking up. Yeah, man, men and women. I love you. Remember Omar? Tell me that you love me too. Da 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 da. All them kind of songs. You don't really hear that. Tell the angels no, I don't want to leave my baby alone. I don't want nobody else to hold you. Hey, Michael Jackson's an underrated song, man. I was singing that earlier today. But them kind of songs, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. They're not singing that now. They ain't singing them kind of songs. Like I said, get my coochie wet. Get my coochie wet in a Birkin bag. Come on, man. Come on, man. Trash. Trying to duck that stuff like the Matrix, man. All these people, all these artists, Sexy Red. I'm dodging out like the Matrix. Like, whoa, miss me with that crap. Sabrina Carpenter. Whoa, I'm not near out here, man. Miss me with all that crap, bro. Miss me with all that crap. Boys to Men. Yeah, man. Hey, hold on. My face is shining right now, bro. Hold on. It's hot in here. I'm sweating. So basically, because I've got my big light out. Now I ain't opening these windows to get the moths in, innit? So that light is shining on my board head. But anyway, we move. But yeah, man, I had all these beautiful songs. It was just good, man, hearing it. They used to, oh man, they used to put a man on a pedestal and men would put women on a pedestal. You know? It was, oh man, you think about these songs and now it's just basically, how can I scam you? How can I get you in bed, use you, get to the next one? You know, like that's all it is. There's no love. No one's loving no one these days. I could be careful. You might put on Mr. Trader's a joker. Yeah, I gotta be careful the back in it. Uncle, I feel like granddad. Yeah, man, 90s was so good. Even TLC, what's that? Even TLC's Dirty Sexy Cool was more sexy, more cool, sophisticated than nowadays crap. Bro, yeah, low vibrational music. Low vibrational music. The love is just not there anymore. Anyway, man, what's this? I agree. I agree. And they look for advice from the wrong people. Internet and TV personalities truly lost people. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Mr. Trader's got it right, man. It's just a transaction. Love is now. Yeah. It's all about like get you into bed. That's all it is. That's all it is. Anyway, so I went off on a tangent on there. Anyway, so let's go back to. So that's her, man. You need to stop following these Pied Pipers, man. Now the next one. This guy. You know what? This guy here. So sorry, Young Philly. Young Philly. Basically, he was big on YouTube, part of the Beta Squad. He was actually with another guy who's gone to an Arsenal fan who's actually having the same accusations. But basically, yeah, he was big. He was big on YouTube, big on the scene. He was on BBC as well. He had a big net worth. You know, he was great. But basically, he got done. He got done, man, for, how can I say this? For charges of, how do I say it? I'm trying to say certain things, man. Basically, grinding, penetration without consent. Let's say that. That, assault, and even strangulation. You know, this incident happened back a couple of years ago in Australia, and now there's a separate case in Spain too. He's pleading not guilty now, but he's in court from it. And yeah, he's cooked. His whole network online is cooked. A lot of his people that he was doing shows with have kind of left him, and rightly so. You can't be with this man. You can't be doing shows with this man. This, you know, he'll put your name up. They start thinking, hold on, association. You've been doing this stuff with him. And there was this Arsenal guy. Who was it? There was a guy that was when I say Arsenal guy, he made a song. He was part of AFTV. I can't remember, but basically he was another guy, another internet guy, who's another black dude who's having the same things accused of him. Young Philly, that's who I'm talking about. Young Philly. So let me show you a video that tells you all about this guy and what's happening.
Has begun in Perth in the Western District Courthouse. Very graphic details. So I'm going to put a trigger warning indeed. The woman, guys, was confirmed to be 19 at the time when this event took place. She was allowed into a VIP lounge because they obviously had met at a club or an event after Young Philly's event. And once they met, Young Philly said to her, you're coming with me, and his bodyguard took her phone. She was a big fan of him, and she jokingly, would say on Snapchat that she would want to marry him or be rich and famous with him, and etc. She thought that she was going to a party with him, but he took her to the Intercontinental Hotel on Hay Street. The alleged victim, guys, expressed that they did have consensual sex, but prosecution states that he became very aggressive, and that he was biting her breast, biting her cheek, her neck.
What's all the biting about? Man turned like wildebeest. What's all the... Why is he biting? Remember, this is the first time he's met this girl. This is the first night. Man biting and all this kind of stuff like some animal. Anyway, let's continue.
And that she had told him to stop, but he continued. The alleged victim, guys, began crying, but he spat in her mouth and allegedly raped her anally 3 times. She was assessed at a
spat in her, raped 3 times, well, anally. How are you doing these things on a, I don't know, maybe I'm different. How are you doing these things on the first link? I know people do that kind of stuff. I get it, but how are you doing these things like on a first link? This ain't even, you ain't even been seen in a week. Like LV General, yes, LV General, thank you. That is a guy who's his friend who's getting done for the same things. Yes, thanks, Mark. But how you? What kind of thing is this about? Yeah, for real. Say this. What kind of animal was he on drugs at the time? This is the first link. Again, people. Let me stress this. A lot of this comes from the prawn. The prawn. A lot of this comes from, that is aggressive stuff. And these people watching this, they're doing nastiness like the Romans do. They're doing nastiness. And they're aggressive with it as well. Biting. You know, was it biting, spitting? That's a degrading, man. These kind of things. Anal penetration 3 times. First time he's linked this girl. I just don't know with these brothers, man. I just don't know with these brothers. Andy YK, what's up, man? Thank you, man. Let me continue with this.
Medical center and then assessed at a SA referral center as well. The alleged victim, before the assault, of course, would tell her friends that she wanted to be rich and famous, and I can imagine the defense might hone in on this. He allegedly slapped her across the face several times and demanded that she repeat after him, "I'm Philly's whore," or to say things like "I'm a fat pig" or that I'm fat. Photo.
Hear that? Say I'm a fat pig. This is what I'm saying. He wants to totally humiliate her. These are the kind of ways these people's minds work. They want to humiliate someone. That's where they're spitting on them, slapping them, choking them 3 times anally, saying say you're a big fat pig. Who says that? What kind of brother is this? This guy had fans, young kids following him, fans all over. Check out YouTube his earlier videos. These are some deranged people who have been totally screwed up in the mind. You have to be very careful the people you follow, very careful the content you digest from these people. They're not good human beings. This is some sadist debauchery of the highest level. This is some Roman stuff. The Romans, the Romans were grimy. This is like a serious thing. So yeah, man. Let's continue with this.
Those taken at the SA referral center were handed to the jury. So this is what I believe the prosecution meant when they kept referring to having strong evidence against young Philly and that they extradited him from Brisbane to Perth, was that it was stuff like this. Photos that were taken at these medical centers of the alleged victim were shown to the jury. Police swabs were also taken as well. When they met at the VIP lounge, he was touching her and she said, "I'm not that type of girl." She then proceeded to get into the car. Jury heard that young Philly held his hands tightly around her neck, slapped her, told her to say derogatory words. She refused and cried. He then allegedly raped her, then told his bodyguard that she was not even good enough in bed. Very hard biting, she expressed, and that she said to him, "You're hurting me." And one of the bites on her breast was actually so hard that it broke her skin, and that she needed to get a tetanus shot at.
Was this guy on drugs or something? Was he on something at the time? I want to know that. And I forgot to take out some of these words, man. YouTube ain't gonna like that, but anyway. Like, what is this? What are we dealing with here? What are we dealing with here? What kind of upbringing did this young man have? What kind of peers or real friends did he have around him? Even the videos, you know, with LV General, we see them interacting. Like I said before, I knew, you know, I pick up on this thing. I kind of knew something wrong with this brother when I used to watch him. I weren't really too keen on him. The way he would act. In fact, hold on. There's a video here. Let's just skip forward because this goes on about it. But then let's just.
Know what I mean?
What the? Yeah, this is a.
He did to from.
Know what I mean? What the? Not crazy.
Choking her? What the fuck? You trying to kill her?
It wasn't like a choke. It was more like a. Know what I mean?
What the? Yeah. See, look.
What?
Yo, okay.
Now that's just a normal, like, you know, a normal stream. That's in front of the world, and he's acting like that. If he's doing that, just in a normal, you know, normal stream and all that with people there, what is my man doing behind closed doors? Well, you kind of heard what my man's doing behind closed doors. All that stuff with the spitting and the choking and the slapping and the biting until the girl needed a tetanus shot, vampire thing, blade and all that. These people nasty, you know. And like I say, this is the first meet. It's not like they've been linking up or anything like that. Even linking up, that's still wrong. This is the first time he's met her. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Anyway. I think we've heard enough about that, man. So we're gonna move on from this guy. Right. Next on the this is like I feel like I'm in court here. Actually, let me just go for the comment section before we continue. Yeah, I think maybe it's possessed by a demon. Maybe. Mark says, do you think these cats were always weirdos? Was it just, or is it the fact that once they become famous, they're introduced into some weird sex cult? I don't know. You know what? The funny thing is, actually, it's funny you should say that because I don't know if it's a sex cult or whatever, but you've got to understand, before the attention and the fame, they ain't getting women at them like this. They ain't getting women being attracted to them like how they are now. So some of these guys, when that fame hits and they got the attraction, they got the women clamoring for them, all that kind of stuff, certain man, their real inhibitions come out. The real personalities start to show when they have all this attention. Before, they're not getting attraction like this. They're not getting the numbers like this. The level of attractive girls as well. They're not getting this stuff before the money and the fame. So it's bringing different parts out of them. And then also, once they watch all this stuff on the TV, you know, on the YouTube or on internet, all these graphic, obscene, aggressive things of a sexual nature, it gets worse and worse and worse. And they feel they need to push the boundaries further and further and further because it gets more boring. Coventry, yeah, Blade was a great film, man. 1 and 2, 3 was sucked, but 1 and 2 was bad. Yeah. But anyway, let us continue, man. Let us Koi Goda says innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, but my man's guilty. My man's guilty. It's not like you know, there's some people on this court scene getting certain trials. You can tell, okay, yeah, this woman's just trying something. Nah, not with this guy. Not in my opinion, but you never know. But not in this, especially with the images that have been shown already. Nah. Anyway, let us continue. So we went from my guy here to our new PM, our new Prime Minister, Andy Burnham. Once the mayor of Manchester. Unelected, by the way. Unelected. No one chose him. No voting. No nothing. He's just in. He's just there. He's just in. Now, I've talked to people a long time. I don't vote. I'm apolitical. And I've spoken to people how, you know, they're like, oh, get this guy out. Once we get this guy out and get our guy in, and things going to be better. We'll get this girl in. And once Labour comes in and once Conservative. And I'm like, listen. You may get little ups and downs of the way policies go. But the one thing that remains is the direction the country is going to go through. Because the people high at the top, the echelons, the ones that you never see, the faceless, they dictate what happens in our society. Which is probably why, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's gotten harder every year. Why is that when governments have changed like bloody panties? It's gone down and down and down. Our society has crumbled further and further and further, no matter who's in charge. Do you think we need a general election, Andy? I don't think it matters. I personally, no. I don't think it matters. I think it's like, what do you prefer to die for more? Like a knife or a gun? Like, that's how it is to me. Now, let me. I'm going to show you a video about this guy, because this is a very authoritarian guy. There's a video I'm going to show where this is like COVID times. And he's talking about how he wanted to give businesses more power to enforce mask mandates. He said it weren't enforced enough. This is the kind of guy we're dealing with. This is our new prime minister. Let me put on the stage.
To venues, we asked for summary closure powers of all business premises that were not deemed to be COVID safe. So I'm not just talking about pubs and restaurants. There are large supermarkets in Greater Manchester who, in my view, have not properly implemented the requirements around face coverings. And I'll name one chain, Tesco. I don't believe they have taken a responsible attitude to this issue. They've said it's not for them to enforce. Well, I think it is for those organisations to enforce. So we have asked for targeted summary closure powers to be able to temporarily close venues which we do not believe are adhering properly to the protocols. And we think that would be a better approach than just blanket restrictions that may or may not have the impact that the government wants on the virus. We've been under those restrictions for 3 months, so we do have more, together with Leicester, we probably have more experience of local restrictions than anywhere. And our view is they may have dampened the number of cases, but they haven't actually succeeded in turning the situation around. We think the ability to act in a more targeted way, both in terms of shielding, but also in terms of enforcement, would be a more sensible approach.
Look at this. First instruct. Oh yeah, check this out. Check this out. That's the guy. Before I even show this, actually, let me show it. Look at this.
First instruction to end rough sleeping in our country.
So he's lying on day one. Have a look at this. He couldn't even end homelessness in Manchester, but now he's going to do the whole of the UK, is he? F off, you lying Labour rat.
Yeah, so basically, he, hold on, let me put this on there. So basically, yeah, that was a clip from basically him saying that he's going to end homelessness. And then basically, the homelessness in Manchester rose while he was in power. It rose. So this guy is a liar. He's already been seen to be a liar before he's even done anything in the UK, in London, sorry. These are the people you're dealing with. These liars. I think I've got, have I got a link to it? Okay, let's see. Hold on, let me, actually, I won't share, but basically I'm reading something, an article that says, Burnham promised to end rough sleeping by 2020 when he was elected mayor of Greater Manchester in 2017. The numbers fell until 2021, but have now risen for 4 years straight. So these are the kind of people you're dealing with, man. This is another puppet. There's one speech, actually, that I read that he said, and I couldn't believe it, man. Like, he was giving some speech, but one of the things that came out was, he says the political direction is set. The political direction I set is not up for negotiation. Let me repeat that. The political direction I set is not up for negotiation. Who the hell is this guy? How dare these people kind of speak like this? It's not for negotiation. What I say goes. I am the law. On a Judge Dredd flex. Who are these people? These people, I'm telling you, man, this is good. I can see this is going to be another shit show. It's going to be another one. Another destruction of the country. Let me share this with you, because this lady here, I'm going to share a clip from this, was it Kemi, a Conservative MP talking about him, but I think what she says is really quite it's quite good. Let me just play it.
I know people can't wait forever
Let's play
for
this.
change.
This is one of his speeches that he did. Let's play
Heard
this.
on doorsteps in Makerfield how people need a bit extra now to help with rising costs. I will do my very best to deliver it, and whilst not taking risks with the public finances, will seek to give Britain some breathing space as soon as I can. People need to be able to look forward to a night out or a holiday with the kids.
People are like, yeah, you know what? I do need a night out. We've been saying that. Oh, I wish we can take the kids out. We ain't got no money. Yeah. Oh, he's saying we can do that. Oh, let's get behind him.
People need hope.
People need hope. It's always that, innit? Why did these Obama, all these people, oh, we need hope. Oh, we just need faith. We need hope. And it would get us through. These people love to use these buzzwords because they know it keeps them going on. Yeah, things are going to get worse this year and the next year and the year after that and the year after that and the year after that. But listen, if you just hope, stick with us, guys, and hope for a better tomorrow. That's what these guys are on. That's how they move. It's always hope. It's always a slogan.
This brings me back to where I started and the stories told in this building of how ordinary people, right back to Peterloo 200 years ago here, changed a British state not built with them in mind.
Every day, Andy Burnham seems to...
That is the Conservative PM. Just listen to what she says. I don't trust her too, but she says some good things about it.
To float a new, expensive idea. A national care service that costs £18 billion. Building as many council houses in the 1970s, costing £13 billion. On Monday, he said he was thinking about increasing the personal allowance. On Tuesday, he was against it. On Wednesday, he was for it again. Does anyone know what he's thinking today? Because I don't. He doesn't actually know what he wants to do. He is thinking out loud. All we know is that it is going to cost a lot of money. Rachel Reeves raised taxes, and we saw what happened after that. Employers stopped hiring and jobs were lost. Andy Burnham will repeat Rachel Reeves' mistakes if he raises taxes again. And we all know what he will say. He will pretend he is only taxing the rich. The truth is, he will punish the engineer whose factory is never built, punish the apprentice whose job never exists, punish the family whose bills rise yet again. This is what Labour never understands. Money needs to be made before it can be spent. We have seen this movie before. Tax rises are coming.
Yeah, we have seen this movie before. And tax rises usually do come. So that's the only thing you can be sure of. These people are con artists and charlatans. They minute and congregate around our social media platforms, our governments, our supposed leaders. You really have to be vigilant, in this time. In 2026, you need to be more vigilant than ever than these soothsayers and charlatans and witch doctors. A lot of these people are after your time, your attention, and your money, and will tell you any lie to get you just to agree with them. You know? So yeah, we will see, man. Right, so we've got a couple more. It's maybe a late one, actually. We've got a couple more. Let's bring up to the let's bring up to the stage. Who's next? Ah, my favorite. Russell Brand. Oh, my favorite guy. This mother effer. This guy, he's been through so many rebrands. It's apt that his name is Russell Brand. He's had so many rebrands. What is he? Was he a comedian, actor, wellness guru, political commentator? Now he's a born-again Christian. Um, it's funny though. He found his. He made a book, didn't he? What was it? How to be a Christian? How to become a Christian in 7 days. Conveniently, a few months before his allegations came out. But yeah, again, allegations, rape, assault, indecent assault of the sexual kind. That went back from the 1990s all the way till the 2005, 2006. Many women all over the gaff, different shows, Big Brother, radio hosts, all sorts of people saying it. I think he's got his case coming. Is it this next month or something? I don't know. But let's start. Let's give you a flavor if you don't know who Russell Brown is, man. It's and then he has this truth movement thing, which is a load of rubbish. See, a lot of these people, this is what people don't get, because I hear people say, oh, listen, he's in the truth movement. He's against conspiracy, he's against the vax, he's against it. Let me tell you something about a lot of these people, why they get their huge platforms. The people that are in power, they know that the masses cry out for truth. They know that we know something's wrong and they've been lying to us. They know that we long for the truth. That's why we have so many people in the conspiratorial space, kind of all these different bits of information. So, all right, cool. The need is there. Let's have our little minions come out and then push out, tell about certain things are not true. Oh, 9/11, oh yeah, COVID, all that kind of stuff. But don't get too far with it. So we can kind of control the narrative of what they speak about. And you can see that, yeah, that's the right one. That's the truth movement there. That's what I need to go to. They're telling us all what the government are doing. It's literally like conservatives against the Democrats. Have two sides, so you can only go left or right. Oh, we don't agree with them, so we go here. We don't agree with them, so we go there. But in the same way, the person on top controls the whole area, the whole structure. He's got people fighting from left and right, but he controls it. Same thing with this man. He's a big grifter. Let's put a video on him. I've got a video on this guy. Let's play it.
But watch this born-again Christian put on this act. He's trying to build a case for why he's saved, apparently.
Sonia, this is that moment where I said I might need you from the stage.
But he's so all over the place. It's just so weird to watch him.
Because you'd hold my jacket. But no, it's not. I don't need the jacket held. I need the microphone held while I hold the jacket. Would you think you can traverse these boundaries? What do you think this is, January 6th? You're going to burst through the boundaries?
And these people don't even know what to make of him. I don't either.
You're going to step over the velvet rope? Can you do the jail time? Thanks very much, Sonia. Check that out. What do you think we're amplifying? My groin? My whole career, speaking from my midriff. Use with people. I call him the right wing. Thank you for that. I'm happy down here, Sonia. Don't you worry. In fact, I could use this one, and Sonia, you could use this one. We could be like a... Look at this, she loves the limelight. No, I don't think I want that one. Hovering above me like a Triffid, like a H.G. Wells War of the Worlds thing. Get that thing out of here. I'm happy. Also, by the way, I know how it works. I'm only mucking about. I'm a professional fucking comedian.
Yeah, he's a born-again Christian, all right. So now he takes a couple questions.
I've been a Christian my entire life, as long as I can remember, and so I often wonder what it's like as an adult convert reading the Bible for the first time. And I wanted to know if there's a specific verse, chapter, or book that's made
He's got a serious case of the dry mouth.
An impact on you recently.
Wonder what he's on.
And how it's impacted you.
Anthony, there's a lot to answer there. Firstly, thanks for praying for me when you saw me on Ben Shapiro. I felt them prayers. You brought a prophylactic of prayer around me. I appreciate it.
And now watch him rap.
All that and autodidact, super clever, super smart, knowing who thou art continually just through your own mind, ruminating continually. Little bit of Nietzsche is the kind of creature that I used to be back then. Little bit of Sartre is the type of wisdom.
Through this,
but hasn't had it.
Consciousness that may precede all material reality. Thank you, God, for the gift of family. Thank you, God, for the gift of being alone, that we may contemplate and understand the world more deeply and love you more. Thank you for the material abundance that flows forth from nature. And thank you, Heavenly Father, that sometimes it feels like we have nothing. Thank you for pain and suffering, Lord, that it brings us closer to you, that we can understand your suffering.
Can I go back to asking a question about your Bible?
Oh yeah, that's him.
Yes, if you want to.
Thank you.
Was that the one you took into court?
You're the very one.
Couldn't find a passage from the
What
Bible.
was your thinking of taking it into court? And what you were seeing, looking at some passages, what were the relevant passages for you?
All right. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you. That didn't hurt, did it?
A little bit.
First of all, so I don't know if you've seen that clip. He takes ages to go through it to find a passage. I'm sorry if this is a passage that he says he used in court. I'm sorry, you kind of know where it is roughly. It's going to be, between a couple of these chapters. But he's going from back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's going to be a chapter 4, chapter 5. Look at him, hold on.
It was this from Isaiah. You're right. Bear did say,
You're going over 24, it's 26.
Sometimes I lose the chill,
It's a
man.
court, remember, he's saying.
It's pretty. Is this?
Yeah, this is a guy that's going to teach you how to be a Christian in 7 days. And even the way he talks, man, even like he's praying, but it's like, that's not a real prayer. That's not how you pray. It's just like he's trying to show, the way he talks, my beloveds, my fellow travelers, through the phantasmagmia of the late capitalism, today I found myself compelled, and nay summoned to the most primal of urges, the acquisition of going to Tesco's. Like the way he talks, man, just talk normally. That's not how you pray. It's like he's just trying to show he's a big shot. He knows a lot of words or something like this. Listen, I've been to church. I've seen people pray, man. They pray. It's real. You feel it. There's no gimmicks. There's no pretending you're better than everyone else. You just pray, man. You're real with it because you're really trying to talk to God. You're really trying to find him and be thankful. It was the artisanal, of course. I feel that in this moment, a kind of communion with the ancient bread bakers of law, the Manasapians and the monks, whoever I bestowed it. What the fuck you on about, bro? Just say thanks be to God, like, do you know what I'm saying? I just find it, I find this guy so jarring, man. It's just another grift. It's another grift. That's all it is with this guy. Let's go through it.
I had that. Thank you for joining us for this Sunday service.
It's in
Lord, we invite you to be present. We know that you are present. We know that the only difference is whether or not we choose the disobedience that takes us into the world, to accept the culture as our de facto God, in alliance with and connection to our selfishness. When my life becomes only about pleasure, Lord, or only about the avoidance of fear.
Yeah, whatever, mate.
Thank you that you feel
anything this guy
said.
I should say that I feel a little unwell today.
Do you, darling?
Yeah, I've got a sore throat. So actually I feel a little subdued. So I might be a bit more softly spoken than usual.
No.
Which doesn't help that I don't have a microphone. But yeah, so I do feel a little.
He's like, get on with it.
How did you teach the children to pray?
Well, after we prayed together as a family and we noticed what it brought up for us as a family, like the kids not listening, not sitting still, mucking around. It was frustrating, wasn't it?
I noticed what it brought up in me was furious rage.
Yeah, basically I talk about how the kids weren't praying right. So he had furious rage and they were angry at the kids not praying. What kind of Christian is that? What kind of way of speaking to God is that? Our Father, you little shit, sit there. Our Father, we pray. Like, what's all that about? That's fake, bro. You're a fraudster. You're a fraudster, man. It's not real. He's an illusion. He's an illusion of the highest order. It's just another gimmick. And because them sexual charge, the rape charges and all that kind of stuff came out, he's like, right, I need to find God and real quick. I need to publish this book because, boy, I'm in trouble. But if I do that, I go and court, maybe I can try the little God thing in it. I found Jesus. You could try that. Oh man, it's crazy. But as we're on these people that use religion to try to pull one over, let's go to this next person, which is a lady called Catherine Kirk, or whatever you say it, Kirk. Now, I didn't know this girl. My wife showed me her. Like, she just showed me her today, actually, which was funny, actually. It was quite ironic. But basically, she's a self-proclaimed apostle, a father of the God who's a healer. She's a healer of life. And she basically goes on, she's gone viral for healing people. Let me just show you a video of her. It will make it a lot more meaningful.
Everything from the past to be gone. All the new diseases to be refined completely.
It's her healing people.
And your mind be totally healed now. Amen.
Oh man, there's a video I saw of her actually, where like she's going for the crowd and she's doing that praise, 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 and everyone's like falling in it. There's one guy, he doesn't fall straight away in it. Praise, praise, like thinking, yo, aren't you on the payroll? Fall. It reminds me when I went to church actually. I went to this corrupt church. I was in Kilburn, BCC church. Well, it wasn't a corrupt church, but it was a corrupt pastor who got arrested at the time. But I knew something was wrong when he started taking a mickey out of Nigerian accents. He started doing, oh, hey, come to all that kind of stuff. And I was like, this don't sound, he's Caribbean, obviously. But I was thinking, this ain't right. And people were laughing. I'm like, what? This don't feel holy. This before I kind of knew anything about religion, really, and before that kind of church stuff. I just went there for a girl. But I was getting into it, man. And he's doing this, talking about, hey, oh, come here, all this kind of stuff. And I was like, this don't feel right. You're gonna take the mickey out of people's voices, accents, like. And people were laughing their asses off. And I thought, okay, that was a bit weird. But he used to do that thing where, people be there like, and drop into the floor and all that kind of stuff. I remember this one time, man, there was this girl. It was uncomfortable. She's making these noises. It sounded like she was having like sex. Like, like, I was sitting there, I was like, bro, this is uncomfortable. Just like, sitting there. But anyway, we talk about this woman. There's a video that is actually ridiculous where it's a well-known clip actually, and it's of her telling his mother basically, your deliverance, or to get your son's deliverance, you need to give money. Basically, they called it the soul of seed, financial seed, giving money. Basically, it's a nice way of saying give me money. But basically, she's talking to this mum and she's like, listen, your kid's ill. You're going to need to pay up. You want that blessing, you're going to need to pay up. I've actually got the video. Let me show it you. It's, this one's a bit of a rough one to watch, man. You might be a bit offended by this, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Is it this one? Actually, hold on.
Thank you, Jesus. Every person. God is going to free him completely.
Oh, where is it?
There are different keys to
Hold on. Here it is.
receive complete freedom. And what happens is the more that we entangle ourselves with witchcraft and psychics and things like that, it's like a more complex deliverance. So sometimes it's not just about the commanding the demons, but there's other keys that need to be unlocked. And one of them is to sow seeds. Did you pay money to the psychic? Yes. How much? Who knows? Hundreds. Ongoing for years because I didn't know, but I've been following Jesus for 6 years. So it's ongoing for years. So in the spiritual realm, there's laws. I've been sowing 10% of everything that comes through my hands for the last 2 years. 10%. God's saying more. Because 10% was what's God's. So now we need to sow specifically for his deliverance and speak. This is for his deliverance. And a good amount. If there's a good amount given to psychics, it needs to be a good amount, because that's the key that needs to unlock his complete freedom. And it needs to be what his power is. Like Fivefold Church, for example, you can sow here. It doesn't have to be here, just where the power of God is. Amen. Hallelujah. Yes, I release this anointing to you to walk in the power of God. And I declare with your seeds every key to be unlocked and complete deliverance to him in Jesus' name. Thank you, Jesus. He will be free completely. I declare in Jesus' name. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, it just goes on, but that's evil stuff, man. You know, the vulnerable people who, you know, they have kids or loved ones and they're just looking for any help, anything would do. And you have this person say, listen, you know, they've gone to the doctors can't heal the kid or whatnot. And then there's this person on there saying, listen, yeah, I can heal them. Listen, the power of God runs through me. I can save your child or your baby or whatever. But you're gonna have to pay up. Like it's gonna be a cost. And like, listen, I've gone everywhere. Yeah, I need to save my son, I need to save my child. You know how much victims have probably been preyed on like this, who are just begging for help from anybody. And they see this. They're like, listen, I've taken, and listen, this woman said she's already been paying money anyway. It's like, yeah, it's not enough. You need add noughts to that figure. Like, oh, God's up there, like, you know, blooming Santander bank account waiting for that transaction. Hold on. Need another couple grands, like, yeah, where's the payment like? You want me to save your son or not? That's how these people are acting, man. That's how they're going. Just preying on the innocent, man. I'm so sick of these people. And there's so many like that. There's people like Jay Shetty. He's another one. I've got videos on him, but we're getting late, so I won't even go into that. I want to go through your comments because I've been missing a lot of them, and I will go through them. But he's got these people that just prey on your goodness, your want of goodness, and your want to help people, and your good nature. And these people see that and prey on it, and they prey on the innocence and the gullibility of these people. And you see it a lot with, you know, Tinder swindler and all these kind of people who they want love. And these con artists know that they want love. So how can I give it to them? And they're probably good with the gift of the gab, or good at warping people's minds and very persuasive. So they use that. This is a very evil thing, especially when you mix it with religion as well. That's an added evil nature to it. I can heal your son, but where's the money? Oh, I haven't got it. Like, you know, we're broke, we've paid it. Yeah, well, until that, you know, and you're going to need to keep topping it up because, you know, we can heal him more so, but I don't know, maybe it's got like chest infection or I don't know, something serious, let's say, some cancer. Yeah, but if you want the whole cancer to be, we can heal some of it in it, but, you know, that's $2,000, whatever. You want $5,000? You got him. 20 grand? He's never going to get in again. And these people are like, yeah, all right, cool. I'll do an extra shift. I can, you know, remortgage the home, or I can get them out. These people don't care, man. But there's so many of them. There's so many of them. It's scary. Yeah. Let me go for the comments, man, because I've missed a lot. Ellie, yes, it is so wrong for real. It is. You live, but don't answer me. Yeah, we're going through Wendy, we're going through the videos, man. Going for the videos. Let's see. Let's go through comments here. Mark says these mega churches are another one. Yeah. Folks, can you never go lightly on these folks? Yeah, you never can. You've got to expose them, man. You've got to expose them for the people who they are. Oh, what's this? Mark says, did you ever see a video where the pastor came down on a wire like an angel? Yeah, I think I've seen that one. Didn't Drewski make fun of it? I swear he did. I swear he did something where he was mocking it. I was never drawn to any of these pulpit pimps. That's a good, pulpit pimp. I like that. It's clear none of them have read the scripture on Simon the sorcerer in the book of Acts. Yep. I feel like last opinion is we're gonna jump on heels. There was a time when there were loads of self-help gurus online, but they seem to have died out now. They're dying out. I think a lot of them are getting exposed. I think that's what it is. A lot of them are getting exposed for who they are. So, they can't, their grift is hard to keep grifting. But they're still out there. They're still out there doing it in different ways, and not even just Christianity. They're doing it in regards to, like I put with that, in regards to telling women, like MJ Gray, telling women to stay single, don't get a man, just focus on your career. And look what happens. She goes and gets married, goes and has wants to start a family now. But yet she wants everyone on that train. You've got, hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's a shame, man. Daniel Wilson, Fats MJ, there's a money charge. Wait, if there's a money charge, there's definitely not right or genuine con artist fun. Yeah. Fraudsters, man. Have any of you been conned? How many people have been conned there? I've been conned before. What was it? Actually, it was my mum that got conned. She bought me some mad, it's nothing like this, but she bought me some mad console that had Super Nintendo games and Sega games. This is back in the day when I was a kid. This is in the 90s. I had all these games. I had Super Mario, I had Sonic, and I had hundreds of games. Plugged it in, the thing blew up. And I remember that was Christmas time and she didn't have much money at the time. So the money that she got together, she went to an auction and bought this for, okay, I've managed to get him something for Christmas. The thing blew up. And she was so sad by that. These people, I've been conned. I've had phones conned out. It's a long story. I won't even go into it, but I've had that with phones and other stuff. But these people are out there, man. You got to be so careful. Then you got cons that are online. You got these online emails that you get, and they got links on them, and you press the link. And my YouTube channel that got taken down for there was New Year's, if you remember, if you know, New Year's Eve. I had a promise of you can have a sponsorship deal where we can monetize your videos and all this kind of stuff. And I thought, all right, cool, man. New Year, let's do this. Clicked on the thing, took my whole channel off, started selling crypto a few hours later on my channel. It's crazy, man. But but there's some serious deep crooksters and criminals, so it's a sad one. It's a sad state of affairs. It's very much a sad state of affairs, people. But this is the world we're living in. You just got to be careful. That's what I'm saying. Listen, be careful. Watch who follow you, who you follow. Watch the people that spit the sermons and spit the truth, apparently. And you can kind of get a read for a lot of these people when you look at their content and see how they are in different videos and do your background research. You kind of get a feel for these people, I find. Especially when they start asking you for, they go on their course and this course can save everything, can save your life. But it costs $2,000 to join the course. That's when you got to be worried. But anyway, people, I think we've gone on for a bit, so I'm gonna end it here. Remember to like this, man. I hope you've enjoyed this. Remember, like the stream, and also when the stream's finished, like it afterwards. You can hype it as well. Give me that HBO special. Help a brother out. Comment, like, and subscribe, man. I hope you've enjoyed this today. It was a different one. No calls or anything like that. I just wanted to, because of this whole Tate situation, I wanted to really expose some of these people and the cons they put out there. There's so many of them. I have a list of people I couldn't even get on the show today. But these are the people that exist, man, who will destroy your life if you let them. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I am going to go now. But remember, I do these live streams every Friday or Saturday. Videos on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes post on TikTok. So thank you for the TikTok people. Whoever watched this on TikTok, thank you very much. Amy, I see you there, man. Good night to you. Also, remember, I have another channel. Try to get that one started, man. So people go in there, give me a subscribe. It's Fun After 40. where I just react to videos and stuff like that, man. But it's more gaming and it's more the comic book fun side of the nature. Here we deal with real business, serious matters. There it's more fun after 40. So check that out. But definitely subscribe to Life After 40. I'll see you again soon. Have a good night, people. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, take care. Peace.